Good morning, everyone. I am Jenny with Ruth Swings Furniture, which you probably know by now. And if you join me live, I would love to know who you are. So you can just type in your name and say hello, because I don't know who joins me unless you leave a comment, which I would love if you would leave a comment. And the nice thing about the live videos, if you have a question while I'm doing this, feel free to type it in and I'll do my best to answer. So this morning we're getting real practical, because I told you that having a mirror in your entryway is just an essential part of your entryway. But the question I get a lot when we sell antique mirrors or even some architectural pieces is, how do I hang this? So I wanted to get real practical with you today and just go over some hanging hardware. And it's kind of like boring to talk about, but this is one of those things, even if you're not hanging something now, you'll remember, oh, Jenny showed me how to do this. So that's why I'm giving this to you today. And I'm going to go over 3 different hardware components that I'm pretty sure everything in my whole house is hung with, except for a nail. I am not going to show you how to hammer in a nail. If you just have a simple lightweight picture, use a nail. This is, we're talking about a mirror, something with a little bit more weight that you just want to be sure isn't going to fall off your wall in the middle of the night and wake you up. So let's get started. First things first, I want to show you a piece that I'm going to add to my entryway. Once I started adding architectural details, and what I mean by that is just old pieces of architecture, old wood, wood paneling to the walls, things like that, is when I really loved my house. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't even have to be old if you don't like the old chippy painted look. You can add however you like, but once I started making those really unique things, adding them to our house is when I really just started to love it. So this is something that I am going to put above my front door. It's an old door. I think this is called a lintel. I might be wrong. Anyways, it's an old piece at the top of a door, and I had our house numbers engraved in a plaque there, and I just thought it's fun to put this above the door. It is old, chippy, probably lead paint, but nobody's going to chew on this if it's above the door, so we're good. But this is one of those, it's heavy. It's probably, I don't know, probably 10 or 15 pounds, so it's definitely something I don't want crashing to the floor in the middle of the night. It is solid wood, so it is something that I can screw into, and I'm showing you my favorite hanging piece first. See, like, this is going to crash down while we're talking here, and even that is not cool. It's dirty. Okay. So if you have something like that, where you can just screw into the back of it, these things are awesome. This is called a hangman system, and what this basically is a French cleat. It comes in this little kit like this, and all you have to check is this one is rated for up to 100 pounds, so I am totally fine on this. Just make sure you don't overdo the weight limit, but what you get, 2 pieces like this, metal brackets, and then a little packet of screws and a little level in there. And there are complete directions on it, but this one piece is going to screw into what you're hanging, so I'm going to screw it on the back of my lintel. I don't know, is that what that is? Will someone tell me? And then then you're going to screw this on top of the wall, and it's going to slide in together, and so the weight of it is going to be pushing downwards instead of, it's going to, how do I explain this? This is like physics, right? It's explaining physics. So anyways, it goes like this. The weight of it is pushing downwards on this, and it's going to hold it in. So up to 100 pounds, just these 2 little pieces of metal and a few screws. It's awesome. I have my headboards in my house attached to the wall like this. They're not attached to the bed frames, so they don't wiggle around when you get them. In our guest room, we had the headboard attached to the bed frame, and anytime anyone would sleep in there or jump on the bed, the kids jump on the bed, the headboard would bang against the wall, and it was super annoying. So I attached all of the headboards in the house with this thing, and works great. I mean, they're not falling off. So anyways, check out the hangman for anything that's a little bit awkward, heavy, not sure how to hang it. Now, if we're doing a mirror or something like that, I brought one of my window mirrors up to show you. You're going to want to do D-rings. Now, see right here? D-rings are in the back. You can screw them into either side, just like that. See it right there? And a lot of times if you buy a new mirror, they're going to already have them for you, so you might not have to worry about it. But if you're using something like this, you just screw them to either side. Now you can either hang them right directly from the D-rings, or you can get some picture hanging wire and you tie a special slip knot. And I can never remember how to do it. Every time I do this, I have to YouTube how to tie a picture hanging wire, and just tie it on either side, and then you can hang it from one screw in the middle, okay? Or if it's something like this, I don't want to see let me show you. I don't want to see my wire through the back of it, so I would just hang it directly on either side from the D-rings, okay? So that's your second option, the D-rings and the wire if you need it. Now, maybe your mirror already has wire. We need to talk about anchors, because you probably don't want to hang something just going straight into a stud. You need the creative freedom to put it anywhere you want on drywall. I'm going to show you how we install an anchor. Ladies, this is the drill. Now, don't be afraid of power tools. I want to speak to the ladies here. Don't be afraid of this. You can do this. And when you learn how to do this, the world is your oyster, girl, okay? So, sometimes our husbands love to do things for us. Sometimes we get real excited with projects and we can't wait. That's what happens here all the time. So, what we're doing, get yourself a drill bit. And the drill bit is about the same, I'm going to get real close. It's about the same diameter as the anchor. See that? So first of all, we're drilling a hole into the wall where we want to put our anchor. First things first. Now, I've tried some of the self-drilling anchors, and I can never get them to work. So I just use these. Anchors are a pain to hang. Just know that going into it. It's just kind of a pain. Here we go. See this hole? Let me put a hole in here. Okay, we're going up here. I will have a little hole marked where I'm going to hang a picture. You're just going to go straight into the wall. Easy. When it goes in real easy like that, that means you're hitting drywall. There's no stud behind it, which is why we need an anchor. Okay, undo your thing. We're going to go back in with our screw bit. Okay. Just pick up your little anchor, just like this, and we're just going to tap it into the hole that you just made. Just like that. See? Right here. Easy peasy. Just like that. Then, we just take our screw. Usually they come in packs with the screws and the anchors together. Got our screw. And you're just going to put it right in there. Now when we hang something, it's not going to pull out of the wall. So your weight limit on an anchor is much higher than just a nail or just a screw straight into the wall. Okay? So now I can hang my picture that goes here, just right here on this anchor. So I just wanted to show you how to do that. Not scary. Easy with a drill. You can do it. Okay? So, I hope that's helpful. Again, I know this is a little bit boring, but the next time you get something random, you pick up something cool, and you're like, how do I hang this? Now you have options. So you have the hangman, you have your D-rings, and you have an anchor and screw, and I showed you how to use it, okay? So, this is it. This is the last video for the entryway series. I hope you're loving it. Don't forget, share anything you do with hashtag Spacelift. And I'm sending out an email this afternoon with all of the videos compiled and some extra pictures and things. So make sure you get on my email list. Go to rootsandwingsfurniture.com/blog, and right there at the top, you'll see a place where you can put your email, and I will send out emails and do a blog update this afternoon. So I hope y'all have liked this series so far, and next week we're going to talk about kitchens. So can't wait for that. Have a great afternoon. Have a great weekend, and go buy a cool mirror and hang it up. Talk to y'all later.